Hey there, good citizens of the Sassyverse. I'm Sassy Latte, in case this is your first time here. I predominantly make political content on Instagram, but in this little space of the cyberverse, this is where I focus on my art and joy. So I really wanted to try something new today, and I'm high-key nervous. I have never done like a bullet journal monthly setup, and even this one is not going to be set up from like start to finish, because I just feel like I make a lot of mistakes and I change my mind, and I don't know, there's just like the whispers of perfection, you know? So this is gonna be the first time that I'm gonna like partially do a setup on camera, and I just really hope that it goes well. I've pretty much set up most things already. There's just like some little doodles and illustrations that I need to add to it to kind of like tie it all together. And then I need to do my weekly setup. So I figured, I don't know, let's try it together, and don't hate me if we don't ever do it again. I'm so nervous, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Progress over perfection, right? Like if I have a good time with this, if you like this, first of all, if you enjoy it, do the, wait, are there thumbs up here? Please like, subscribe, and share. Have your granny watch this, you know, help me to grow this space. But if you do enjoy it, let me know in the comments for sure, because then I will hopefully have kind of like, if not the confidence, then the encouragement to try more videos like this. And hopefully I'll get up the confidence to do like a setup from like start to finish, you know, where you can watch like the entire process, aka all my mistakes and fumbles before I come to a finished product. So without further ado, let's get into this June setup. So as you can see, I've kind of like started things a little bit here, and this, oh no, I just noticed that I traced it by doing this. This is something I do every month, and then I forget that I'm supposed to cut it out and draw it on the back so that the rounded edges fit this page, not this page. But it's fine. We're gonna make it work like we always do. This is just a rough little sketch of a cat. I've never drawn a cat before. I'm so nervous. I looked up lots of examples on Pinterest, and yeah, this is just a really rough, messy sketch. Actually, all of my sketches pretty much start this way, and then I go in and kind of like fix them up and fine tune them and make them a little bit better. However, the improvement on the cat is probably gonna be slight because I'm still teaching myself how to draw cats. My next sticker drop for my Ko-fi shop is going to be cats and strawberries, which is so much fun and so cute. I'll do another video like working on that so you guys can see some of the cuteness that I'm talking about, but I'm just really like, just kind of nervous because I've never drawn a cat before. So to go from never having drawn one to drawing one that is like, needs to look decent so that I can actually add it to my shop, I feel like that's such a big leap, but I don't know. I mean, I like being spontaneous. That's one of the cool things about being an artist, is that you get to be spontaneous, you get to challenge yourself, you get to push your boundaries. And so that's essentially the energy that I'm coming with today. So the first thing that I'm gonna do on here is definitely kind of fix some things that I notice are like not so great. So for one, I really like fluffy cats. So I'm just gonna add like just a little bit more fluff here to this cat. I have the hardest time understanding how cats' eyes work. But I'm just going to like just do a little bit. I think like the nose is actually like a little bit lower. Listen, we're not even gonna talk about the paw. Why? Why does the paw look that way? I don't know. I don't really know what a cat paw looks like. The cool thing is that this is just in my journal, and then it gives me like a little bit of practice. I know there's like the little beans, right? Boop, boop. It'll just give me like a little bit of practice to kind of like work on things so that when I get to the point where I'm making my stickers, I will have drawn a cat a few times and I'll kind of work out the specifics and such. Something else that's not so great on this rough sketch are the strawberry leaves. I think I just forgot what they look like. I'm also kind of concerned. I don't even know what some of these things actually are supposed to be. I haven't decided yet if I want to do like a fine liner, like a micron sort of like fine liner, or if I actually want to like outline it with sort of like, maybe like just a colored marker. But I do think that just because there's fur involved, I think I want to try and play around with maybe using some color pencil for texture this time, which is not something that I typically do a whole lot of in any of my drawings really, but we're going to give it a try this time. So I think that's what I'm going to work on. I really like all black cats and I love all white cats. However, I don't really like using a lot of like darkness in my bullet journal. I like my bullet journal to stay as open, light, and airy as possible. Every time it gets too dark and moody, I immediately regret it. I've got some Crayola, I've got some Shuttle Art dual brush pens, I've got some Tombow brush pens, and then I've also got these Crayola brown neutral collection, and apparently also a micron that I may or may not use. So I just have a collection of different kinds of markers that are loosely in the color palette that I want to use. That doesn't really mean that that's the vibe, but these are the options that I'm kind of trying to work within. So I am going to use this green to sort of like write the month first. One mistake that I always make is I always forget when I do the cover page that I want to like label the month. So I try to make sure this time, especially before I start erasing things, that I have it written out first. So I am not some sort of like lettering aficionado. I just do what feels right for me, and I kind of like the way this looks, so I'm not mad about it. I'm just gonna go over it one more time because I do want it to be a little bit darker. But that's it. We're gonna leave it alone. We don't want to mess with it. I kind of want to outline it, but I'm not going to. I love the way that it looks when other people do it, but every single time I personally have tried to put an outline around any of my lettering, I almost always really don't like it. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I think, is kind of like work on some of these strawberries, because I think like that's the next piece that's taking up the most space. For the strawberries, I'm going to use a lighter green, I think. I'm going to use these Tombow markers, but like, I don't know. I just call them the gay markers because they are the colors of the rainbow, like the OG. If you're going to get it in a box of 8 Crayola, you know, in kindergarten, it would be this set. So we're just going to outline all of the stems and leaves first, and then kind of like work from there and see what we're feeling. I think if I was going to give some advice for people who are struggling with perfectionism, find a way, like if you're not good at something, or if you're realizing that like your body or your mind, your nervous system is not letting you release the perfectionism, try to turn what you think is not perfect somehow into like your own style, you know? Because then, since it's yours now, like you meant to do it, now you can't really be too hard on yourself, or at least. Okay, so the flowers are actually white. I think I'm gonna like outline them in this sort of like, I don't know, pinkish color. I don't feel like that's a bad idea. They're definitely supposed to be white. I'm trying to think if there's like another color that I would rather outline them in. Like if I would rather outline them loosely in this brown, you know? Listen, you tell me that brown is involved and I'm ready to party, okay? I love all shades of brown. So I'm not really sure which one of these two I'm feeling right now. Hold on, let me try to do the same thing. You know what? I think we're gonna do it. I think we're just gonna like stop being a baby. I think we're gonna go ahead and go with this like lighter pink little moment. That's way out of my comfort zone, but I don't feel bad about it. Like I don't feel like I'm making mistakes if I do that. So I think we're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna see if I can find like a more neutral color, because that's a little pink for my liking. But I do think that we're gonna come here, little boy, come on, guy. We're just gonna put that guy back over here, and I think we're gonna work with a little color for the flowers instead of outlining it in a brown micron. All right, as we try to figure this out really quickly, here are some Tombow colors from the Portrait Palette set, one of my favorite collections. Let's just see what we got. We're gonna do this guy, which is way too orange, so that's not happening. We're gonna do this guy, which may be too brown, but you already know I'm into it. But I think actually, yeah, we're gonna go with this guy. It's a little bit lighter, and again, they're white flowers, so I think we're gonna work with both of these. If I wanna put like a little bit of shadows, I'll use like the darker brown, and oh yeah, we're making the right choice. I do a lot of swatching because who knows, like if somebody told me that this pink was going to come out that way and it's like, I don't know, it looks like a apricot sort of like neutral color and then it comes out very pink and a lot darker than it looks like it would, you would never be able to guess. So I do a whole lot of swatching as I draw the whole time. All throughout my journal, I always leave a blank page in between each month so that I can just swatch nonstop. All right. Now that I'm looking at this, I kind of wish that I had more of like the cute little flowers. I just think they're really adorable. Yes, I know that the flower is usually gone by the time a full strawberry emerges, and typically what's coming out of the flower is like this little yellow, spiky little baby strawberry, but how pretty is it to have like a little red or pink moment coming out of a flower? I think I like that better. So, although I know it doesn't always make the most sense, to me, it is cuter, so we're gonna stick with it. I think for my kitten, I want to, again, I really love black cats and I love all white cats. Shocker, me and my neutrals. But I think I'm gonna outline it in this Tombow marker and then kind of just go from there. I don't know. I'm really thinking that I might honestly just mess around and use like a lot of color pencils to color things in so that things are like a little bit softer. Because I don't know, I'm just not really into having giant big blobs of like red berries everywhere. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy that. So, oof. Let's just do the cat, because right now I'm doing anything so that I don't have to outline this cat because I'm so nervous. I'm definitely the kind of person that gets nervous when outlining probably just about anything. It doesn't have to be the first time that I've drawn it, if I'm being honest. I think I'm just gonna put like a foot here. I don't know if that's where the foot would go, but you know, it just seems like it makes sense to have a little paw coming out at the bottom there. So that's what we're gonna do. And we'll just add a little fur. I don't think any of this makes any sense. It's fine. I am not very well versed on the anatomy of a cat. I love cats and I think they are so much fun and so sweet. I love it when they're really social. But I admittedly have never drawn a cat, and I think I have like just a lot more experience with like dogs, you know? And so it's like I can kind of figure out the shape of most dogs loosely. But like with cats, I don't know. I'm making it harder than it needs to be. Oh my God, do cats have like, oh, they don't have opposable thumbs. How many paws do they have? They have 2 paws. How many tinger toes do they have? Whatever they're called. Oh my God. I think I'm overthinking it, but hopefully somebody's not going to look at this and be like, they only have 3 and you gave them 5. They're not human. But also, you know, feel free to correct me. It's totally fine. I'm not going to be upset about it. What's done is done. This is in my journal. You know, feel free to make yours a little more anatomically correct. I feel like you are, you know, as you should, as you should. But once I'm done kind of like loosely sketching this in, I'm going to make my peace with the fact that I genuinely do not know how to make a cat's eyeball. Okay, trying to figure out how to like make a cat's eye is something that I've been working on all day, actually. I think this is just going to be like, this is it. Boom. This is as good as it gets. That looks like a cat's eye, right? Like, you'll give me that. And then this will be like the nose. I really kind of want to keep it as sketchy as possible. I'm not trying to make it super realistic or perfect. I feel very, you know, I feel like I've done my due diligence, and I feel confident that no cat lover in their right mind is going to be upset about this effort that I've made here. I feel like that's the vibe. I feel like I've done what I could do. If I'm wrong, don't tell me, because I don't think my heart can handle the disappointment. So now that we kind of got all of this kind of like in, I need to meditate for a few minutes on how I want to go about transforming this into like more of a finished situation. All right, June is done. I feel relatively pleased with it. I literally had to like take a break in filming so that I could put my head so close to this paper and kind of like really get in there and go super slow without feeling the pressure to be entertaining on camera. Now I'm going to do a little experiment because I'm not really sure what I want to do with these strawberries. They're obviously already outlined in this Tombow marker, so we're just going to like make a fake little strawberry here and just see what we want to do with it. So they're outlined there. I like the idea of maybe having a shadow, but this red looks funky. I don't like it. And then I also have this Tombow marker, and I'm just gonna see if I like that. Ooh, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay, so hold on. Can we go, ew, 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 ew. Okay, so we really don't like that like brick red color. Crayola, you betray me. You betray me. All right, I'm really nervous about this, but you know, I'm just reminding myself that it's not the end of the world if it doesn't look perfect. Again, this is just going in my journal. I'm not selling it to anybody or anything like that. So we're just going to color some of these big ones with this like red Tombow color. I now kind of feel a little conflicted because I would love for it to be like outlined somehow, but I'm just gonna leave it alone and tell myself that like it doesn't have to be outlined. Like it's okay if it looks like this. And also, if I really feel passionate about an outlining, I can always just go back and add one. It's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna stick with like the bigger berries kind of being this red Tombow color, and then I'm just going to like add like a little bit of shadow moment, hopefully, with this darker shuttle art. And this is just gonna be it. This is gonna be my berry. I think I might like maybe consider adding some seeds of some sort, but I feel like if I just do that for the bigger berries, I'm probably gonna be pretty okay with that outcome. So I had to take a little break. Don't know what I was saying before this moment. My camera died, aka my phone, because that's how I film, died. So I'm back. I took a few hours of a break. I'm gonna use the shuttle art pen to do like the smaller strawberries. Again, let it be known that I am fully aware that when the white flower is here, that what's inside is like a little yellow thing. I just don't think that I would enjoy that in this picture. So we're not doing it. We're gonna make the strawberries red. Tis what it is. My air conditioner is so loud, but it was kind of hot in here. During the break that I took, I was doing some cleaning, just to kind of like get up and move around a little bit. I had to take a break from creating content in all of its forms, basically. I was just having some really intense debilitating migraines that were lasting for multiple weeks at a time. And then on top of it all, like as if that wasn't painful and stressful enough, I was also having some kind of like weird full body flare up that was causing like a lot of dizziness, and I was having trouble eating and walking. Like, I don't know, my whole body basically was just like, we hate you, and it just kind of shut down. So yeah, it's kind of just been a very interesting road back, trying to get back to my normal routine of resetting the house, but also doing so in a mindful manner that will allow me to like pause, which I'm not good at. I don't think anybody's really good at like pausing, but I'm trying to remember to like pause and take breaks instead of just constantly rushing about. I really enjoy, you know, just getting up and getting things done. But I'm trying to remember that like my body does not agree with that mode of operation. Okay. My body said, we're taking a break and you're just going to have to deal with it. So now, I try to break up my day where I do like a little bit of chores. I'm also trying to like make sure that I ask my kids to do more helping me. I actually really enjoy doing chores, so asking my kids for help is not usually my like go-to situation. I like doing chores and whatnot around the house because it's a good stress relief for me personally. However, my kids are kind of lazy, you know, they're a little spoiled. They don't do a whole lot on average. So that leaves everything up to me. And spending hours and hours and hours on my feet has just, you know, it's just another one of those things where my body's like, ha ha ha, you thought. So I'm trying to be, you know, more responsible, and that just means putting a whole lot of energy into just like being more aware, right? Of like, you know, have you been cleaning for 2 hours? You need to go sit down somewhere. You need to feed yourself. You need to hydrate. And like, those are things that I normally would not pay like a significant amount of attention to, but I have to pay way more attention to it these days. So I'm trying to find balance. It's been a journey, let me tell you. I don't know what I'm going to do about the leaves. I'm gonna try something. I don't really care if the color of all of this is very realistic. I would definitely like to start there. So I like the idea of just maybe doing like a little bit of green, but I want to kind of have like some like light green, like minty highlights almost. I don't know. I just don't want it to be too dark because the word June is dark. So I think I'm just gonna loosely scribble on in like some moments with this like darker green, and then I'm going to like add a lighter color to like finish it up because I think that would be cute. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm just going to take this same green that I'm using right now and I'm going to color everything as though it never happened. I think I'm just going to make like some like little fur marks, you know, because I feel like that'd be cute. I really do just want this to be like, I don't know, like I just wanted this cat to be this color. I don't really want it to be like, I don't want it to be brown or anything. I really kind of just want it to be like a white cat if possible. So I don't know. Hopefully I will agree with this when it's all said and done. I feel like I want the background to kind of be yellow. I know I just said that I didn't want the yellow in the berries, and then I sat here and started looking at things and I was like, oh my God, you know, but we need something. So now I don't know. Am I making fur marks that make sense? Unclear at the moment. So, you know, if you have opinions on how to make this better and how to make it more cat-like or whatever, I'm definitely open for suggestions, you know, because I am trying to create like a cat-like sticker moment. So yeah, I could definitely use all of the advice and suggestions that anyone may want to offer. Definitely open for that, but I'm also, you know, keep in mind, I may not listen to you because, you know, sound as it may be, it may just not be within the scope of my skill set, or I just, you know, I'm maxed out on fucks. Sometimes we, you know, that happens. Sometimes we just max out on our fucks and it's like people are giving us really good sound advice and we're just not in a place to like do much with it. So, you know, just keep that in mind, because I'm definitely the kind of person that sometimes I'm like, why did you ask me for advice if you literally never listened to me? I tell that to my kid and to my brother. They're both Sagittarius. Okay, if you know, you know. I hate when they ask me for advice. And they both constantly ask me for advice and then always deliberately disregard it. It's the most annoying thing in the world. Do I care if other people take my advice? Not really. The way that I see is like, you have the day you deserve, okay? So that's just not on me. But like when it comes to like family, where I really don't want to see them lose or struggle, you know what I mean? And I know that all they have to do is just listen to me so that they don't have that experience. I get annoyed because I'm like, I just tried to save you. Like, why are you so determined to have these awful experiences? Good God, just listen to me. All right, I feel like this is kind of cute, if I do say so myself. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, leave a kitten or a strawberry comment. I love it when people say that, so I'm gonna start trying to remember to say it. I make no promises because I'm not really good at remembering the little like tips to have people be more engaged. I'm gonna try, I don't know what to do. There's like a part of me that wants to do like the cute little plaid in the background, like yellow or something. That would be cute, but I'm also kind of feeling like that's just not the vibe. I might just take my Prisma colors here and just find like a cute little light yellow. Like I feel like that'll do. Let me see what the second row has. Oink, oink. Yeah, this is the yellow I want. I might just do some little light, like whatever in the background, so that the background, I don't like it. I already don't like it. It's too late because it's happening, but like, I don't like it. All right, she's in. So energy is just for my tarot reading goals and then some important things that I need to make sure I try to do this month. Do I ever do any of these things? Usually no, but it is what it is. So the calendar page is kind of already done. I thought that I would enjoy doing like this little moment. I've seen other people do it. I don't want to say that I didn't like it. I just want to say that it was a little bit different than what I was expecting. I'm glad that I kind of outlined the strawberry sketch with like a fine liner or whatever, because I think it's just going to make coloring it in a little bit faster. However, the real question remains at this point now. I'm like, okay, I have like a little bit of yellow over here. Do I want to add yellow in any way around here. I'm gonna add like a little star off to the side and see how I feel. I'm gonna put it down here. And that way if I like hate it, I don't have to do more. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Why did I hate the yellow background? Yellow stars, acceptable. So we're gonna take that information and we're gonna vibe with it and we're gonna do more of that. Okay, we're taking some deep breaths. Now let's go ahead and just like color in these little strawberries really quickly. I'm just gonna use this kind of like brighter red color because I'm coloring directly into my journal. This is, I think, 160 GSM. I could be wrong. It's the one that all the BuJo girlies always say that they are using for their watercolor. I don't know if that's real because the paper always warps when I've ever tried to use it for watercolor. I'm kind of also going to color a little bit out of the lines because I kind of like that like messy, sketchy look. That's just my personal preference. Don't do it if it's not your thing, you know? Do you. Always do you, boo. But I find this paper, while thicker than some other journals that I have that are like just 100 GSM and whatnot, I still feel like, you know, it could be thicker. Do I want to pay $9 billion for thicker journaling paper? Nar. So I'm not, but I'm trying to, instead of using so much paint in this journal, I did use a lot of paint in my previous journals. I like markers. They're faster for me, and they definitely don't warp the paper, and there seems to be a lot less ghosting. Right now, what I'm learning with markers is that I need to chill and like actually let the markers dry before I go to the next page. Sometimes I get a little impatient, so I'm trying to like work on that. But otherwise, I really am enjoying like using markers. I feel like it's a fast, quick situation. And yeah, I don't know. That's what I just want to get the job done. Now, so I personally love it when things look really, really sketchy. I do paint a lot these days, but originally, like all of my comfort, oh, really? That's rude. Okay, I guess we're switching to marker because ain't nobody got time to be sharpening all the pencils in the world. Jeez, Lou. We're gonna go over here with our Gay Tombow set. And we'll just use this yellow marker. I'm sure it'll be fine. I hope it'll be fine. I'm scared that this will be brighter than the color pencil and then I'll be sad about it. But, you know, it's roughly the same. It's fine. My, like, foundation and comfort zone is definitely in drawing and sketching. And so I'm trying to, like, find a happy medium, for lack of better words. Like that's definitely almost a pentagon instead of a star. It happens to the best of us. Oh my. I'm trying to be a little bit more open-minded, and I'm trying to figure out a way to have the best of both worlds, you know, because I do feel confident and excited when it comes to like more sketchy art. I don't really enjoy like painting anything that's like hyper real or whatever. I definitely, if I had to categorize myself, which who wants to be stuck in a box, but if I had to, I would probably say that like I definitely would think of myself more as a like an expressionist like sketch artist. I love making lots of lines. I love like kind of just being very expressive in my sketching and drawing. I like it to be kind of like very messy and very loose and very energetic. And you can do that with painting, I think. I just don't know that I'm particularly that good at it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to like incorporate the best of both worlds, you know, so that I can have more of me like in my style and like whatever that means, you know, that could mean like a lot of different things, but I'm trying to figure that out. So yeah, one of my favorite things about art is that it's always a journey. And for me, that journey is definitely one of self-expression and self-discovery. And it's also like a journey in like learning to like let go. There are just certain things that I'm just not good at, or certain things that I just don't like enjoy, like the color yellow. You know, I just gotta let it go sometimes. It's not for me. I don't like it. But that is definitely something that I'm learning. And, you know, whereas before I'd be like, oh, you have to do things in their right colors, or like people are not going to get it or they're not going to like it. And it's like, I don't know. I've never been the type of person that can only exist to do things for an audience. Like I have to figure out ways to stay authentic and true to myself. And so doing more artwork has been allowing me that opportunity to like sort of stand up for myself and be like, this is the way that I envision this. And it's okay if you don't get it, or it's okay if the things are the wrong color or drawn out of the lines or whatever. This is the way that I envision this. And I think like my vision deserves us some space, you know? So I'm learning. I don't have anything figured out, just so you know. But it does feel good to be in this place of feeling somewhat comfortable enough to kind of stick up for myself, even if minimally. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. Oh, I messed up this page. I don't know if you can tell, but I had to like glue in a page from the back. Oh my word. I messed up the calendar. I actually messed it up like 4 times. I messed it up when I did it like on the original page, and then I messed it up like and glued in the wrong calendar like 3 more times after that. So this is it. I finally got it right, but let me tell you, it's been a journey. This little kitty kit is kind of cute. I kind of wish now that I'm looking at it that I hadn't colored it in. I'm giving it like what I would say chubby bunny cheeks, which I don't really like. They're not bad. It's just not really what I wanted. I kind of want to just take this yellow and go, I'm not letting the intrusive thoughts win because I know I'd be really sad if I did that to myself. But you know, the yellow with the sparkles is kind of growing on. I'm also regretting that I put some ears coming through the strawberry on this cat. This cat looks like a bunny. This cat has a bunny face. I'm realizing that now, because I figured out a way that I like to draw bunnies in my style, but I have not figured out cats. So yeah, just, you know, show me a little grace. But also at the same time, if you have any pointers on how to make this look more, you know, more kitty-like, I'm definitely here for the input because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna try and make little furs, you know, kind of like before on the other one. I think that there are definitely cat people and dog people. I don't think that very many people are truly both. I think that we all have like our genuine preferences that we just naturally vibe with and connect with more. For me, I want to say, so growing up, my mom is a hardcore cat person. She does not mess with the dogs. That's my air conditioner. It's so loud. It's about to kick on and ruin all of our lives. I hope it's not too loud in the video, but if it is, I'm really sorry. My mom is a hardcore cat person. That's, you know, so when I was a kid, very young, it was always cats. We never like messed with dogs. I was also bitten by a few dogs as a kid. So I was like, oh, hell no. Dogs don't know how to keep their teeth in their mouth. I'm not dealing with this. So that was kind of like my, like, I love cats kind of energy back from when I was a kid. Then fast forward to having my own kids. I didn't want my kids to be scared of dogs because I was like terrified of dogs, okay? My whole life, terrified of dogs. I had my oldest when I was 23 and I just didn't want her to be scared of dogs, you know, just because I was. So I forced myself to start like being around dogs and get over my fear. And it was honestly the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. That doesn't mean that dogs are not scary or rambunctious or, you know, whatever, they are. But I will say that in giving myself the opportunity to kind of like heal through that, I may have somehow turned myself into like a dog person a little bit, you know? I love dogs. I like that they're more social. I like that they're more snuggly. I like that you can like really train them to do like a lot of things that cats just don't care about. I don't know. I'm a very social person and I like that dogs are just down to clown with that energy, you know? Whereas a cat, they want attention when they want attention, but like, that's kind of it, you know? And I'm not with that, you know? Like, we're not doing this on your terms. I need you to be here for me. I need you to be supporting me, not the other way around, okay? It's already bad enough that you're not paying rent. Don't be up in here trying to force me to, like, only show love when you want it. Like, I am a person as well. So, I feel like it looks more like a cat now. I feel better now that it's colored in. What do you think? let me know in the comments if you think I'm doing okay. Or if you're just like, oop, still looks wrong. So this is just my monthly June expenses. There's really not a whole lot on here. I'm still trying to actually figure out how I want to do this. All right, I deliberately filmed that, like, I deliberately did this off camera because nobody needed to hear the demon howling and meltdown that happened from me, like, spontaneously trying to throw some decorations on there. I'm not really good at doodling. It's not my thing. I don't enjoy it. So to have to doodle to fill spaces, I'm always just like, ugh. But I do think it looks a little bit better, and it definitely looks more cohesive, so I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. And then there's this one. Listen, whenever I do a lot of drawing in a bullet journal setup, you can always tell when I'm done. What is that? Okay. Wrong answers only. However, I do think I did a pretty good job on this cat. So, you know, we're going to take a win wherever we can. Okay. A win is a win. A win is a win. But I do think that this is going to kind of like be my last spread. I think I might put some lines over here. I might do like some light green lines, but that might, oh, never mind. Most of the lines are all kind of different colors. Like this is like a darker pink. This is definitely a very bright pink. So, okay, cool. Now I don't feel so bad. I'm definitely thinking that I might do like some minty, like green over here, since there's going to be so much like red and pink. I am going to color this in off camera because I actually don't know how to color a strawberry that's been cut open. So I'm going to go look that up real quick. Okay, so all of that is done. I really struggled because I really didn't want to do it. You know, I, with my spicy brain, really struggle with task completion or finalization. It's very hard for me. When I decide that I'm done with something or over it, I'm done. I'm not going back to finish anything or to make anything better. Like, it's just not going to happen. So to force myself to go back and, you know, color these things in and make this look better, because it was looking sketchy. Okay, I'm aware. But for me to force myself to go back in and fix that and get that together, whew, it's only because I'm scared you guys might judge me. Because, like, if it were just up to me, no. I would not care, truly. Like, if I wasn't going to show this to anybody, I might even have the audacity. Like, if I was just doing one of my flip throughs, I would have pulled one of these. And here go the weekly spreads. Or I would have been like, you know what, even over here, because it was looking blank, I'd have been like, thus concludes the flip through. Period. We're done. Thank you. I'm glad that I didn't do that, because it is disappointing, you know, in a way for me to like get to my like bullet journal and then see that like I kind of like gave up because I just ran out of steam. So I'm happy for the accountability. I'm grateful for the accountability, but please know that if you weren't watching, I'd be done with it. I really would. I wouldn't care. And I'm not embarrassed about that fact, unfortunately. It just is what it is. When we're done, we're done. I would also like to say, to my defense, I've been like drawing like a lot of cats and stuff like that, because I'm also working on a sticker set that matches this. Something that I've really been enjoying a lot, and that's been like kind of like helping me stay accountable with my like sticker collections and things that I want to like complete and work on and, you know, whatever, has been making sure that I am doing a bullet journal theme that is connected to to a journal, not a journal kit, but like a sticker set that I want to release on my Ko-fi shop. My Ko-fi shop would be linked below. Please give me a follow if you're not following it. But that has been really helpful to me lately, to just make sure that they're the same thing. So I've never done a cat before, for example. Listen, also, I'm not good with shadows or anything. So if somebody's like, why are you putting the shadow there? Because I can. Because I don't really know where it goes, okay? This feels right to me, so we're just going to vibe with it. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but it feels good to me, so we're coloring it in a way that feels right for me. But one of the things that has helped me out a lot is like sketching throughout my bullet journal and just like trying different things, like different angles of cats, different styles of strawberries, different ideas. Like, what can I do with strawberries? Let's have a thing of jam, things like that. Like, those types of things have been really, really helpful, so that when it's time for me to sit down and actually design my stickers, I've already practiced and most likely failed numerous times, okay, at drawing something new. So I now feel more confident, and I'm also okay with like making the mistakes, right? And then I also have sort of like a sketchbook idea of like possibilities of things that I would want to turn into stickers. So that really has been helpful for me, and it's also helped me to like stay accountable so that I don't use the excuse of like not knowing what to do or what to draw, which is an excuse that I used for a long time, and that actually kept me from launching my Ko-fi shop for a long time, because I was just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to draw, I can't think of a cohesive theme. Bullet journaling is helping me kind of like pull all of my ideas together into like one place and turn it into something cute. So yeah, you guys get to like be a part of that and like witness that and come on that little journey with me, and that makes me really happy. You know, that's definitely for me, as embarrassing as sometimes as it can be, because honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. It feels really good to kind of just like have, you know, a community or people like checking it out, rooting me on, offering suggestions, because, you know, I don't really know what I'm doing. Offering suggestions, cheering me on, supporting me. Like, it just means a lot to me. So thank you all for being here for sure. And yeah, like this is kind of like how I've trained myself to sort of like grow as an artist, and to also just experiment more, to like release the reins and just get back into like remembering that like art is just for fun, you know, and my bullet journal is the perfect like place to make mistakes and like kind of grow from them. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about this. I'm gonna put a couple sparkles on here, and then I really feel like we can probably just go on ahead and do the flip through. All right, now we're actually for real done. We have our cute little cat playing on the strawberries. I might turn this into like a print, not with the word June on it, but like, see, this is what I'm talking about, not letting the markers dry. I be playing myself, y'all. I be playing myself, but it's fine. It happens. But I might turn this into like a print for my Ko-fi shop. My little sort of like monthly overview. Then we have my completed calendar this time, which I think is really cute. I'm happy with the black dots. For a second there, I kind of wanted to go with the white ones, but they kind of remind me of seeds. I don't know. Then I have my content. So I have a Patreon. I'll link it below if you want to join. You get exclusive mailers and just exclusive content predominantly related to mental health and wellness, racial justice, and body politics. So if any of that interests you, definitely join Patreon. For my Sassy Latte, which is my political Instagram page, my shop page for the Sassyverse, my YouTube, which is here, that's you guys. I like this cat much better than the other one that I colored. And then for Substack, which is my newsletter, and again, all of this will be linked below in the comments. Basically, the way that this works over here is I will color code each of these categories, and I'll just put a dot on the day that I drop content. I'm not really good at tracking it, but I want to get better at having a consistent schedule and getting my content dropped on the day that I plan for it to be uploaded. Then we've got my expenses. I went ahead and just finished it up. I realized that there's definitely some stuff for summer that I need to be planning for, like travel, summer fun, like I need to get the kids a pool pass, new swimsuits, things like that. And then for back to school, because money is tight, okay? It works better if I just buy a little by little along the way instead of just going out and spending $1,000 all at once, because I really don't have it like that, y'all. So then we come down to the last page. I don't hate this cat. I really like the silhouette. I just don't like the way that I colored it. But content ideas. I'm always looking for suggestions. So if there's any kind of videos that you guys might be interested in, let me know and I can jot it down here. So comment below if you have video ideas or suggestions. And then my little media roundup, I just want to do a better job of tracking things. I've recently gotten back into reading books more regularly. I kind of have 3 books that I read at once. I do an audiobook on Spotify. I read on the Kindle app on my phone in the middle of the night when I have hard time sleeping because of chronic pain. And then I also read like books from my library. So yeah, and then new music. I don't know if you guys have heard Billie Eilish's new album, but I'm really digging it. I like the vibes. It's giving literally everything I need for Pride Month. Hello, hi, hello. Speaking of Pride Month, there is my it's giving She Tastes Very Sweet for Pride on this little strawberry. Okay, listen, I'm aware. Also, if you have any podcast suggestions, please let me know. I used to listen to podcasts every morning when I would go for my walks, and I just haven't had any new suggestions for good podcasts lately. I listen to my books when I do chores, and I would love to have a podcast to listen to for like when I go walking. So that is all for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, ring ding dong, show this video to everybody that you know. I'm really trying to grow this community and I can't do it without your help. Thank you guys so much for watching and being patient with all of my rambles and chaos. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.